sit wherever you like, brother. And we're already live. Yeah. I got a little bit of footage earlier when we were talking, but then I turned it off for battery purposes. But we are in beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, giving Mother Earth, Puerto Rico. I'm here joined with, as our friend group calls him, Puerto Rican Mike. Like, literally, that is your name. All right. With the perspective, I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that. No, actually, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I have like such a common name that I feel like you gotta put like something on it.
Yo, you're just that guy.
I'm that dude.
You are that dude, man. I'm so glad that we got to catch up while we were here.
Yeah, likewise, man. Puerto Rico, welcome back home. You know what I mean? I think both of us weren't sure if we were gonna make it. Yeah, man. How we feeling, bro?
Yo, it's been a blessing. It really has been a blessing because for me, like a lot of people don't know this, but that's what I thought of this show. I was at Rincon, at a bar, Tambu, I think it's called. But ownership has changed, so I'm not going there. But no, I just was hanging out. I came out here for a week, and I just thought about how the service industry was different wherever you went. But being here and then going to the other side of the island, and it being so different on the other side of the island.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
you know they call it Hong Kong, right?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like Rincon is like the first, it's like one of the OG super gentrified spots.
Yeah.
So like a lot of surfers would go over there because it's very conservative.
Yeah.
And then people started moving there. And from many years ago, it's an ever-changing island. It's an interesting dynamic. Especially as it pertains to our industry, the service industry. Obviously, it is another country. Technically, it's not another country. It's not part of the U.S. Technically. It's just a lot of complexities, a lot of colonial interests that not a lot of people know to care about. So, like, to really understand that's where the term Boricua comes from. Boricua, the people that came. But understanding all of these like intricacies and all these things that have been going on, we're one of the first colonies in the New World. The New World was basically created off the backs of Puerto Rico, the rest of the islands of the Caribbean. Before the states were even established, before anybody even landed there, discovered it or whatever, they were here first. So, we all know Columbus 1492, 1493 is when they came to Puerto Rico. So, we've been a colony all these years, whereas Cuba got its independence, Dominican Republic got its independence, Haiti got its independence through revolution. The slaves would go through the first of its kind. All these different countries that got their independence from Spain, but instead of us getting our independence, we were invaded, taken over by the states, and then so it's just been a continuous colony all this time. You know what I mean? So it's just like such a different dynamic than the rest of the Caribbean, and definitely the rest of the states. Besides maybe Hawaii. If you listen to Bad Bunny's new album where he says, "No quiere pasar Hawaii," basically like, for those of y'all that don't understand Spanish or whatever, this song is basically like echoing a sentiment that we've been talking about for a long time, which is like, look at what happened to Hawaii, and it's still happening to Hawaii. That's where we're headed. And this was years ago that we were saying this, and now it's like, we're there almost. We do have a little bit more, I guess like developable space. I say we. I don't live here. I want to clarify that. So like, I'm not speaking for everybody that lives here. I just mean like Boricua people, the whole diaspora. When I say we, but I mean the island. But I don't think like speak for it. But basically, what happened there where the natives kind of couldn't live there anymore. People are like living in tents on the side of the road, you know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what's happening here. And it's been happening for a long time, but when you have such a small island and you have such a heavy influx of people coming from all over the country, all over the world, and being financially incentivized by the U.S. government to do so, you're essentially like replacing the island. It's the saying, it goes back before I was born. Puerto Rico sin Puertorriqueños. Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? And this is something that's been discussed on a government official level. Like, how do we get these people out of here so we can enjoy our vacation area in peace type shit? You know what I mean? And it's something that's very rapidly, it's been going on for a long time, like I said, but way more rapidly in the last few years, post-COVID, where you're seeing, and I'm sorry if I'm like going on a tangent or like a rant or rambling or whatever.
Say what needs to be said.
But I travel a lot as much as I can, and seeing post-COVID, like how the whole world is kind of being gentrified in real time, where it's like, oh, I can work from home, I can work remotely. Okay, if I make my LA money in Bali, I can live like a fucking or I can live in LA with like, struggle like and like barely get by or like mildly comfortable.
Yeah, you like everyone else or try to do better.
Right.
Try to act like you're better.
Whereas for us, it's like, if I go to Bali and work in Bali, I'm making Bali bartender.
Right.
If I come to Puerto Rico, I'm making Puerto Rico. If I come to, if I go to Mexico, I'm making Mexico bartender. So it's one of those things that, like, yeah, it is a bit of like a American privilege kind of thing to be like, okay, I can make so much more money in this industry than I can anywhere else. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even in like Europe, where people have money too. Obviously, it's a little bit more comparable financially. Is that right?
I think so.
Oh, there's a rainbow behind us. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a huge ass rainbow. Oh, that is fucking gorgeous.
We're going to have to pause. We will see you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, pause. We'll pick this up in a moment. Hi, everybody. We're back. A day later, $2 short. But we're still here on vacation. Even more beautiful backdrop back here. You can still see a little bit of the island back there. You can see the ocean and everything. Still enjoying our vacation. I still got Puerto Rican Michael. That's the name right. That's the name right, not right. Michael. And you're okay, man. I appreciate you.
Abbreviate my name without consent.
Exactly.
Stop abbreviating people's names, man.
Get consent.
When you ask somebody their name and they tell you their name, say the fucking name that they said. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's your name? Michael. Oh, okay, yeah, Mike. So, did I say Mike? Did I say Mike? I said Michael. Did I not?
You did say
I
Michael.
feel like I enunciated well enough. You heard what I said. Say my name.
Yeah.
Say around.
I knew we were going there. So, when we were talking yesterday, before the rain kicked in, we had to change locations and everything.
Yeah.
We were talking about like the history of Puerto Rico and where things have been going. I'd love to pick back up there. We were going where we'd like to go.
Yeah.
For anyone there, just let me know.
I don't remember exactly where we were, but we were just kind of talking about like the rapid gentrification. So for those of y'all that might not understand like why gentrification is bad, because I know a lot of people think like, oh, that means you're bringing more money to the island, you're making things better, or you're improving financially or whatever. Like, new buildings are going up, all this shit. Like, what you have to understand is this, and I want to break this as like as simply as possible. I'm a mansplaining gentrification here. Uh, so this is what it is, right? And we talked about this yesterday, and we talked about LA, for instance, right? So LA is one of the most expensive places in the world to live. So the more gentrified certain areas get, the more people have to move out of these spots, right?
Right.
You have this area where it's like, we're all living here, this whole shit's getting gentrified. Now we gotta move out here. Now this area's got gentrified because this shit's done. You can't afford nothing here. So now you gotta move out here. And then it continues. Puerto Rico is a very small island. So, you know, you look at it on a map, it's like 3 hours maybe to drive across the whole island. And that's with like windy ass roads. So what's happening now is like, there's not a gang of places for people to move. So, you know, us being naturalized citizens, born on the island or not, a lot of people have had to move to the States. That's been going on for like many years. But it's to the point now where, and I talked about this yesterday about the Puertorriqueños sin Puerto Rico sin Puertorriqueños. Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans. It's like, yeah, we got beautiful beaches. Yeah, we got, you know, warm weather. But what really makes this place special is the people, the culture, the way that we just are, our energy. You know what I'm saying? So if you take the energy of the people of the land. Oh, sorry.
I'll definitely look and see if it's still recording. And make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. On this podcast, I know a lot of you who have been here for a long time. Every once in a while, we have one of those errors.
Yeah.
So, like, in my head, like, you know how it is working in the industry, you're like, did I grab that bottle? Did I restock that thing? And I'm just like, so sorry.
Usually when you get home and go to sleep, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot to yeah. Oh, the ranch. Yeah. My serving days are well behind me, so I don't have to worry about ranch no more. But yeah, it's like, what makes this shit so dope is because of our culture. Otherwise, it's just Disneyland. It's just, you know, it's just some lifeless resort, some soulless like area with a nice beach.
Sandals.
Yeah. It's like you go on vacation and you're like, oh, I'm going to Dominican Republic. I'm going to this all-inclusive resort and I ain't going to leave the resort. It's like, did you go to Dominican Republic? Man, you could have done that in, you know, Florida or something. Like, you know what I mean? So, not only like are we indigenous to this land, which is a whole other long topic I can get into, but we are literally indigenous to this land. We don't live here anymore. What does that mean for the land and everything that it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here for Sanse, right? Those of y'all who know Sanse is, I'm a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what Sanse is.
Especially the conversation I just had like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. There's hundreds of thousands of people here right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sanse doesn't exist without our culture. Otherwise, it'd just be Coachella in an old colonial town. You know what I mean? And me and the homie are discussing, like, if we don't buy something here now, have a home here now, there's a good chance we won't have the opportunity in the future to ever own something here, to ever live here again. And for people that have families and shit, that's a very scary realization to be like, my kids will never be able to have a home here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's within these generations, it's going to be completely lost. So, and it's already like living in the States kind of waters down, a little bit, as does the rapid gentrification, kind of waters it down a little bit. And the longer time goes on, it's just like, it's going to be non-existent, possibly, you know. And we talked about Hawaii, and that's like such a strong analogy for what's going on here, because you know, you got blonde-haired, blue-eyed people who get Hawaii, and it's like, aloha, oh yeah, I'm native here. Like, what the fuck you ain't, bro? No, you ain't. No, you ain't native. I don't care if you were born there, I don't care if your dad was born there, you are not native, man. Sorry. So these are the kind of things that, like, if we don't have these talks, if we don't speak very loudly about these issues, they're going to continue to go unchecked. And do we even have a Boricua culture in 50 years? You know what I'm saying? Because so much of our culture now is already tied to the U.S.
Yes.
The U.S. invaded Puerto Rico in the 1800s. And all of these, like, American enterprises, all of these American cultural aspects that have kind of been ingrained in the islands, that have become part of our culture, it's just going to keep going that route to where, like, language has changed. Even subtle shit that you might not even understand unless you're Boricua, unless you're of a certain culture. The way that we just live, the way that we, like, our mindset about things. You know what I mean? Like, it's island life. Like, we live a certain way, we do life a certain way. Because this is paradise. It's a literal paradise. You can go anywhere in the world and you're not gonna find a place that's like gonna make this place not look like paradise. You know what I mean? So, like,
You've been around the world.
I've been around the world.
Exactly. So,
Right, not as much as
it's not hard for
right. Not just on some, like, you know, what my idea of the world is. Like, I'm around in these places, and I've seen, you know, Bali is a great example. I was in Bali for probably 4 hours before I saw, like, an Asian person outside of our driveway. Like, everybody there is Australian. You know what I mean? And it's one of those places that's rapidly growing because post-COVID, a lot of remote work, a lot of people are kind of trading in their hustle and bustle American life for, you know, maybe a laid back kind of beach life or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Nature, whatever. And there are definitely a good ways behind us as far as kind of getting pushed out. But certain areas like Canggu and Ubud, those are places that's like very touristy. And I guarantee you the majority of people from Bali, from Indonesia, can't afford to live. You know, so, like, it almost it's just tough. It's just tough seeing, like, replacement in real time.
Right.
And you know, I'm not a public figure or nothing. I'm not like a politician or nothing. So I'm not the greatest at maybe verbalizing everything I'm trying to say, or maybe it's abrasive to some people. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a little convoluted or whatever. But it's an important conversation, and I hear a lot of, like, counter arguments. Political counter arguments from people that have, like, almost zero knowledge of Puerto Rican politics, Puerto Rican history, and how the U.S. Has been involved in everything that's gone on this island for the last 150 years or so. So, you know, if you want to have a discussion, do some research, but, like, you know, people will say, oh, well, you know, 52% of Puerto Ricans want statehood. And people always say, like, numbers don't lie. I fucking hate them. That term.
Yeah, because who lies?
Numbers lie all the time.
Absolutely.
Bro. All the time.
Who took the numbers?
Right. How many people did you ask?
Yeah.
Because it's one thing about Boricua is it's like, we don't believe in this system, in this political system. Because this political system is not created to represent us. Never represent us. As long as we've been Americans. So, and also, you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people moving here from other places. So if you have, you know, 100,000 Americans that have moved here in the last year or two, and then you do a poll.
Yeah.
And
And a lot of times, those people that are not, you know, they're not from here, they move here. they're the ones answering the question about statehood.
Right. Yeah.
So obviously they want statehood because they get here and they're like, oh, it's not the same for me here as it was when I was on the mainland or wherever else I was. So yeah, let's get statehood so that it's easier for me. But it's harder for the people who are actually born.
It's also like, what would that even mean? If you're not of the culture, then you won't have any investment in the preservation of the culture. So yeah, statehood sounds great. It could be like Hawaii. And then the price of your property goes up. You know what I mean? And it's great for you. But people that's really from here, Boricua, real Boricuas, that could be a fear.
And on top of it, like, what really do you get from that? You know? Hawaii had statehood, and then when they were on fire, it was, you know. So what did they really get? You guys didn't really help them that much. You still GoFundMe's, there's still charities, but it's a U.S. thing, right? So it shouldn't be more done. It shouldn't have been more put into the infrastructure to make sure these things didn't happen. But no. So Maria had to do what, 2020? Huh?
Sure, it's 2020.
2020. We still recoverable. I mean, we just had a blackout earlier today.
Just had a blackout.
Earlier today. Yeah. And the Airbnb that me and Scrappy are staying in, that area has had a blackout the whole week that we've been. We've been on a generator since we landed. Yeah, it has. Been on a generator since we landed.
So right now we're in Condado. Condado here in Puerto Rico is like probably the most touristy area in Puerto Rico. It's right on the edge of the Old San Juan. It's the main beach, it's the main tourist area where all the hotels are, all the chain restaurants, all that stuff. So if you're having blackouts in touristy ass Condado, imagine the people that live in Guayama, in Pueblos, in Campo, in the mountains. Imagine the shit that they're doing. They're dealing with this like on a regular basis. Right. And it's more than just like, oh, we don't have AC or we don't have lights or whatever. Imagine going to Costco, dropping $400, and then the next day you gotta throw everything you just bought away. Imagine your well that lives with you and is on like a respirator or some type of medical equipment that requires power. You can't afford to go for 24 hours without power. You know what I mean? So, and there's a monopoly on the power here. So a company called Luma that's based out of Canada, they were given the government contracts a few years back, post Hurricane Maria, and not only have there been more frequent blackouts, there's been longer blackouts. So it's not just an hour here and there, it's days at a time or a week. And then, to top it all off, the prices have gone way up. Puerto Rico pays more than everybody in the United States pays for power. For power. You know what I mean? Possibly power.
Right.
The idea of hope of power. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just a lot of shit, man. I don't want to like.
Yeah.
I don't want to dump I don't want to dump like everything on the podcast at once.
But it is good to get that out there now. You know what I mean? To start with that.
Yeah.
And, we can start shifting over to, what the podcast is normally centered around, which is the service industry. Right. Both bartenders. I came out here in 2016 for the first time. This is my first time back since then. And even I feel the difference. Just walking around, like as soon as I got here, some of the places I used to go to, where I went to when I came here before, are just gone. Or if they're open, no one really goes there because the tourists don't go to those places. Those were local places. But I came here 8.5 years ago. I hung out with one of the locals, and he took me around for the whole week, showed me everything. And I was scrapping walking around, I'm like, that place is gone, that place is gone, that place is gone. This one's white as fuck. It's just not the same. And I've also noticed a very stark difference with the way customer service has felt out here when you're a tourist. Yeah. So, before, it's still welcome. It's absolutely welcome. It's one of the most welcoming, peaceful places you could ever go to, trust me on that. But there is this energy around them. If you don't speak Spanish, or even if you do, if you just have that air of tourist on you, there is that kind of look that you get or that vibe you kind of get. Like, what are you here for? Like, what are you bringing to the table?
Tension to at an all-time high, man. You know, a lady just burned down 3 businesses a few weeks back because there's a lot of people come here and they think it's their personal playground, and they think that the people here are existing to cater to them and their vacations.
Oh, that lady in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those of you that didn't see that, she was at a bar, got belligerently drunk, got cut off, made a huge scene, and had to call the cops. The cops here obviously cater to the fucking tourists too, so they finally got her back to her Airbnb. She came back again. They finally got her drunk dumbass to leave, and then after they closed, she came back with a can of gas, burnt the bar down, and then 2 other businesses caught on fire and burned down. Because she felt, how dare you people cut me off while I'm on vacation? How dare you tell me I can't drink anymore?
Which is weird coming from an American coming to a U.S. territory, still feeling an air of superiority about yourself, where you feel everyone's supposed to cater to you. Like, you're just another person here like everyone else.
Yeah, but there's always been this sentiment of like, oh, well, you guys are American. You're not American.
That one.
You know what I mean? Oh, where are you from? Oh, where are you really from?
Right.
Where are you from? America. Yeah, no, but like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I love when people say, when they say where you're from, and they really mean what are you.
Yeah.
What are you?
Yeah. I will say that too sometimes.
Yeah. I got ropes.
What are you?
So excited. Being a mixed race, yeah.
So excited.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's definitely that. It shows a lack of empathy, but also a lack of willingness to educate yourself. Yeah, there are more people out there who don't look just like you. They're from multiple places, but there's still good people just trying to live. Treat people with respect. When you go into someone else's house, respect their house the way that you would want them to respect yours.
It's also worth mentioning that the number one economic, the number one thing for the economy, the number one money maker here is manufacturing. Make a lot of shit. Tourism counts for about 2% of the Puerto Rican economy. I'm not an economist, so you can look the numbers up and see if I'm off or whatever. Okay?
If it's 4%, shut the fuck up.
Right. Yeah. But there's kind of this sentiment that like, oh, you guys should be grateful that the tourists are coming there and bringing you money. And it's like 2% of the economy. Obviously, for us in the service industry, there's a lot of people here that make money off the tourism industry. But there's a lot of people here that drink too. So there are local bars. I went to local bars last night. It's not like every restaurant and bar is going to close down if tourists stop coming here. But the P.F. Chang's and the McDonald's and shit might close down. I don't know. The Olive Garden and the Longhorn Steakhouse is by the mall. That might close down. That might close down. But the panaderia, that shit ain't gonna close down. You know what I mean? The non-Starbucks coffee shops ain't gonna close down. So it's just kind of about. It all comes down to respect, obviously. Humble yourself and move somewhere else. Like we said, I traveled a decent amount and I ran into a lot of Americans around the world. And I was just seeing some very eye-rolling shit, to say the least. So when you come here, respect and the crazy shit is Boricua people, we are some of the most welcoming. We want you to have a good time. We want to show you our culture. If you ever met any Puerto Rican people, we will invite you in for some food. We'll invite you to a party, and you will have an amazing time. and we treat him not like an outsider. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the neighbors running a party in the house. Yeah, Olive Garden sold that shit from us.
Exactly.
Olive Garden, we all owe us money, man. Darden, we suing y'all. We suing y'all for renovations. We're coming for you, Darden.
We gotta close the one at the golf course.
Protect your water, Darden. We're coming for you.
But I remember you were saying the other night that you were here not long ago, or like within the last year, and you even feel like it's been different since then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ad money's popular.
That is.
It's the internet. You know, the internet makes people aware of stuff that they might not otherwise be aware of.
Yeah.
You know, more interested or whatever. So Sanse last year was crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see a little bit difference. It feels a little bigger this year. There's a little bit of like air of, you know, oh, the money gonna be there. He's gonna do. Obviously, he did the secret show on Wednesday. So there's a lot of that coming from all over. But there's also a lot more people that live here.
Yeah.
You know, you got people like Jake Paul that's like basically the spokesman for gentrification at this point. You know, coming here for tax breaks. Coming here for tax breaks, fetishizing our women. You know, shit like that. The beaches is a huge thing. So legally, all beaches are public in Puerto Rico. So you have these mansions that are coming in, subdivisions that are being built, and they're blocking off the beaches. It's illegal. But it's money, right? So it's like, if you have enough money, you can get away with anything. It took them like 2 weeks to arrest that lady, and they let her leave.
Yeah.
They let her fly back home.
Yeah.
And then the shit went viral.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, look, I guess we gotta go get her. Like, what, bro?
Yeah.
The thing is, they treat the island like it's like their own personal offshore account.
Yeah.
Like the physical embodiment of an offshore account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is our personal playground.
Yeah. But what are some ways that you feel you can start to change that? Because me personally, even though I hear that the service industry doesn't have as much of economic impact, I do feel like there are ways that the service industry can kind of change the perception when it comes to this. You know, as opposed to putting an Olive Garden or, you know, Texas, whatever fucking place.
So imagine putting an Olive Garden when you're in Puerto Rico.
Exactly. So that one of the things that I feel is we shouldn't be opening up these kind of restaurants, these places, these kind of bars. We should be local.
Yeah. But it's, like I said, it's a corporate playground. So like when you drive around San Juan, you drive around the island in general, you see so many chain restaurants. Which is like, even in LA, we don't have chain restaurants there. Like we got some big ones or whatever, but it's not like all over the place. It'll be like a mall, or like a little plaza, and then it'll have all the chain restaurants there or whatever. But like Long Beach, I can't even think of like the last time I was at a chain restaurant in Long Beach. It's just not a thing. We got such dope food there. Like, why would we go to
How would you go to
Chili's?
Yeah. And I would like to see more of that. Not just here, but just in a lot of other places around the world that are not built on tourism, but that is how people find out about it, is tourism. You know, I think we should put more effort into just making sure that those places stay for the locals. And you put money into that area without allowing people to just move in and turn it into the same place they just left. I don't understand the mindset of people. It was not. That's the microphone. But I will say that because we're so close, we're still going to have good audio.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not going to be as good as it was going to be. I've been sitting here. I was sitting here and I was like, why is that not plugged in? See what I said earlier?
Yeah.
With this show, as sometimes trying to do stuff guerrilla, you miss a few things here and there. Because when you do a sound test on this thing, you can't have that plugged in. You can't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
So for everyone out there wondering how the fuck did I miss that? Because I did a sound test. I'm supposed to plug it back in.
You gotta get a new rig or something, man.
I will. When we can get more fans and make more money, we'll get better equipment.
Follow the podcast.
Yeah, man. Yo, tell your friends. Watch the episodes. Don't just watch our clips. So we can get better equipment and make better episodes.
Like, you don't want to see this face
I'm with
on
this
your
guy.
screen?
Come on, man.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the skin. Like, flawless, man. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Drop the skincare routine.
Water and cocoa butter.
Woo.
That's it.
Don't do that skincare routine. It works for him. It's not gonna work for you. Sorry.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Not
But to everybody out there, now that the audio is a little bit more shifted, I apologize for the bad audio for the first 10 minutes, but we'll still make it work. I know. This whole week has just been me behind the eight ball.
Drop the captions. Drop the captions on it.
Oh yeah. This is still gonna get done.
Yeah.
But as we were saying, I still feel that that's one of the major keys is because when people come into a place, they need to see what it's about. If they come to a place and then see the exact same thing they just left, they don't feel a sense of connection to that area.
Yeah, a lot of people feel comfort in that. A lot of people they want to go somewhere foreign, but they want to have like that comfort still for some reason. I don't know why, but learn the fucking language, learn some words, learn some phrases.
Yeah.
Explore a little bit. Talk to the locals.
Make a friend.
Make a friend, yeah. Support the locals, you know what I mean? If you see an Airbnb that's, run by like Margaret and Tom, get a different Airbnb.
Yeah.
So one thing that I really wanted to do, and I'm not really sure how to put it in motion, I guess just compiling data, is to have a database of rentals that are from Boricua people, Boricua owned. So when you do come stay here, you can say, okay, I'm renting from somebody that lives here. Because honestly, unless I was to move here tomorrow, if I wanted to buy a place, I would have to either rent it out like year round, or I would have to do an Airbnb. That's kind of the only way I'd be able to afford having a place. Another way is like, don't let your tío and your tía sell their house.
Yeah.
This goes for like all the. My homie just had a family member pass that had a house in Compton, and the family was like, and my homie was like, nah, bro, we're making sure we keep this house.
Yeah.
Because it's important, and especially places that have a history, a cultural history, a cultural significance. Do not let them sell that house, fam.
Yeah.
Because
keep it in the family.
Because you're gonna be in Nebraska and you're gonna be regretting it. You're gonna be missing. Yeah, you got some money, but like, money ain't everything, fam.
No, it's not.
Like, pull your resources with your family. Work an extra job, something.
Do what you gotta do.
But we need to stand strong on keeping ownership of this island. Before it's all just swept out from under us, you know what I mean? I've seen people say that they have people knocking on their door like daily, handing them a blank check. Whatever you want for your house, put it right there, and I'll give it to you. It's like, where am I gonna go? This is home.
Yeah.
It's like selling your soul almost. You know what I mean?
In a way, you are.
Yeah. So, but within like the context of this industry, obviously the entirety of tourism is based on hospitality, right? Whether it's tour guides, whether it's hotel staff, whether it's restaurants and bars, it's all hospitality, right? So we all exist off of that. We all thrive off of that. We survive. We, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I wish we had one of the homies to come. Everybody's working.
Yeah.
It's Sanse weekend, so it's busy everywhere.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to get We weren't able to get some of the homies.
Yeah, and I look forward to coming back and talking with them for sure. I just knew once I got here and saw just the scope of Sanse, I was like, I'm not going to be able to talk. Because that's why I'm thankful we were able to do this. Even that was a little bit difficult because we still got to, we're on vacation. Right?
Yeah.
We're on vacation.
Yeah.
You're still supposed to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, but I wanted to make sure that we tried to get this as well as we could, you know, because I felt this before I got here. I felt it by when I was looking at one of the places that I went to back 8 years ago and seeing how it looks now, like we talked before yesterday, and just seeing the difference. And I just really wanted to kind of shine a light on that. And that's not something I'm able to do.
Yeah.
I'm not from here. I don't have the connections, but these are my people too. So I do feel a sense of not ownership, but like responsibility to do something, to say something.
Yeah.
You know, so tell your friends about Puerto Rico. Bring them out here, have a good time correctly, respectfully, get to know the culture, get to know the people. And that way you can keep coming out here and they'll be happy to see you. Yeah. They'll continue to welcome you. You'll continue to be family, not just Olive Garden. You'll be real family.
Be aware, you know what I mean? It's an island. It's on island time.
Yeah.
You know? Same way you go to Europe and you don't get the same service you get in the States, you know, it's the same vibe. Like, shit's gonna come out when it comes out.
Your food takes longer, but it always tastes good.
You know,
be patient.
Hustle culture is not a positive thing. It's not a positive influence on culture. So, there's a really dope culinary scene. There's a really good craft cocktail scene out here. I took them to a bar that a friend of mine works at. It's called Aurora. It's in kind of like an artsy area in Santurce. We went to Bar Machete, which is a really dope bar. They were spinning live vinyl.
That was dope, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you could like cut some footage from the bar or whatever. That would be dope though.
I think Scrappy got some. Yeah. I don't think I got much because I was watching the fucking game.
This guy was watching.
I was watching the DJ and watching the game, and I was just zoning out, and everyone was having a good time. And I'm very guilty of this. That's why sometimes I make these mistakes when it comes to plugging in something. As sports. Not just sports. Whenever I go somewhere, I'm not trying to be on my phone.
Yeah.
I like my phone is the last thing I'm thinking about unless I got to answer a message.
Yeah, that's probably.
But outside of that, I'm just like. I mean, I haven't even had a fucking signal because of my ghetto ass phone. You know what I mean? I'm over here begging for Wi-Fi and shit, trying to keep up with people.
Please, may I have some more Wi-Fi?
I literally said that on the way here. I was like, Scrappy, can I get some bars? Can I get some bars?
Bro showed up with 2 cups with a string attached to them, talking about, yo, hit me up when you.
I just wanted to be here, man. I really just wanted to be here. But
it was a great time. Is good. Detachment
from
your phone is good, man. I like to document and whatnot and create memories.
I do that with some pictures, but not as many videos. I need to do more
videos. Photos.
Yeah,
like Bad Bunny
I took my photos, but videos not so much. Because for me, I'm like camera, boom, back in the pocket. I just hate going somewhere and someone's like doing this the entire time.
Yeah, no,
I guess like. Quick, move on, little video.
Right.
You know,
same.
Be respectful, man.
Same, yeah.
Someone behind you is trying to watch the show, not your phone.
Yeah.
That's
during concerts, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, nobody wants to watch a concert off your phone, man.
No.
Like, nobody in the history of Instagram has ever sat and watched a concert that you recorded on your phone.
Well, some people have taken someone else's photos and videos and reposted it and said that they were there when they weren't. There are some people who do that. So be careful with what you record and what you post.
Cloud chasing is a
for real. Some people will do whatever they can to get the clout, for sure.
Yeah, man, come visit. Order a ron con palcha. Get yourself a piña colada. It was invented here.
Oh, dude.
A real piña colada.
Yeah.
People always ask me, like, oh, what's your favorite drink? What's your favorite, like, you know, like as a bartender, like, you know, heavy into craft and shit like that. What's your favorite? What's your favorite drink? I was like, I don't have a favorite, but like, I love a piña colada.
Yeah,
it's delicious, and it just feels like vacation, bro. It just you staying by the pool or at the beach, and you got a piña colada in your hand. you feel it activates vacation mode immediately.
That's about the only time I have a pina colada. It's
Same.
on vacation for that
Same.
very reason.
But also, it's everybody don't make it right.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely
everybody
not.
don't make it right. You
Absolutely
get one
not.
here. Get one here. Go
For sure.
to Barrachina. Go to Caribe Hilton. Those are the two spots that claim they invented it. So, try them both.
Yeah.
They're like,
Let us know what you
made
think.
here. Nah, it was made here, man. All right, man. I'm
Sure.
gonna have both. I love both of y'all.
It's like the French dip back home.
Man, mom and dad
Coles
don't
and
fight.
all the places.
Yeah, Coles and what's that?
I can't remember the other one. It's over on Philippe's. Yeah, Coles and Philippe's.
Okay.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, there was another thing that happened earlier this week that we wanted to make sure we talked about.
Yes, thank you
so
for
I wanna
reminding
make
me,
sure
man.
we got that.
So I know it's a lot of industry people that watch this. So a really good friend of mine, Michael Montez, passed away suddenly. He has a family. He has a wife. Zero preparation for this. I think he was 38, maybe. Super tragedy. I know this gets thrown around a lot, man. But the nicest fucking dude, man. And anybody that's ever either met him at an event or worked with him, done a pop-up, done an event out there with him, super hardworking, super helpful. There's a lot of people in the industry, especially on in the space of the people who go to Bartenders Weekend and Tales and Portland Cocktail Week and all these, BCB, all these big industry events. There's a lot of cloud chasing. There's a lot of one-upsmanship. There's a lot of people trying to get over.
A lot of ego.
A lot of ego. A lot of just ass kissing, all that stuff, man. But dude was always somebody that would help anybody, no matter what. Just really giving dude, really welcoming dude. When I first met him at one of the events, I think it was Portland Cocktail Week, maybe. I don't know. Just super dope energy, man. I've never seen him upset. I've never seen him in a bad mood. Just an all around great guy, man. And honestly, it's gonna be. I haven't even started to begin processing it, man. But there is a GoFundMe. If you have $10, whatever, donate to the GoFundMe. Anything counts. Share it. If not, share the GoFundMe. It's a tough time, I know, with the wildfires and shit. A lot of GoFundMes out there going on, but this is something that the whole industry should get behind.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about nationally, because this man was everywhere. He was at every event. People from all over the country, even the world, know this man. And honestly, one of the reasons why I love this industry so much is the way that we're able to come together in certain times like this, and really just show community, really show support for each other, really show love to each other. And we're gonna be doing a fundraiser event at some point. We haven't started ironing out any details yet, to my knowledge. One of the first things I'm going to talk about when I get back, doing something in LA. But for now, share the GoFundMe. We will keep y'all updated with the event. Just please support in any way you can. He really deserves it, and his family needs us. And man, love y'all, and thank you in advance.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, and thank you for coming on.
Oh, of course,
and
man.
I want to let's bring the energy back up on the closing.
Yeah, I feel like this whole segment kind of got a little serious.
Well, yeah,
more serious.
We were serious, and we were funny. Brought us here because I wanted to make sure we covered it. I wanted to make sure that.
Even before that, I felt it was kind of serious, but you know what I mean. We all know.
Because I was fucking shit up.
This is a real serious podcast, all right?
Not with me on it.
This is a real serious podcast. We're talking about real shit. What happens when bartenders stop being polite and start being real? One house, 2 bartenders. What will happen? Find out this season.
What are we gonna call the show? I don't know. All right, you tell us what we should call that show.
Yeah.
And then, we will see you very soon back home.
Tell us what you want the show to be, and then also send your audition tapes and why we should bring you in the bartender house.
Actually, we could do that. Never know. You never know what the fuck.
New reality show. I just invented it. Ayo NBC.
Don't steal this shit. All right.
Ayo
It's here.
MTV. Don't even think about it, bro. Okay.
It was said here first.
Ayo Netflix. Don't even think about.
Hey, Netflix, holla at us. Like, you wanna?
Yeah.
Hey, holla at us, man. We'll put it together. Absolutely.
We got you, baby.
I'll produce. I won't be.
You not gonna be in the house?
Yeah, maybe.
You gotta be in the house, bro.
Can I be a judge? Can I just pop in and fuck shit up or something?
Good.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Shut it. We're shutting it down.
We'll figure out what my role will be. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe as always. Tell some friends. Let's get these views up so we can get more equipment, so I can have a producer, so I can stop fucking shit up.
Do that.
And when you come to Puerto Rico and any other place that has that tradition, that has those people that live there, the native people there, respect them. Do not come in there trying to act like you own shit just because you're on vacation.
Yeah. And if you have any questions about Puerto Rico, feel free to message me.
Yeah.
At Alias the Addict on all socials. Well, I don't know if TikTok's going. It was gone, then it's back already.
Yeah.
So if it's still around, follow me on there. Follow me on Instagram.
It's like a toxic relationship at this point.
I'm mostly on Instagram. I don't really answer messages on TikTok because I legit got like 200 messages on TikTok. People sending me videos and shit.
Yeah, I haven't gone on my inbox in TikTok in about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to even answer all my messages on Instagram.
That's wild.
Like, it takes too long.
Yeah.
It really does. That's another reason why we need to make more money, so I have more free time to answer more messages.
Give us your money, man.
Yeah,
like,
please.
what the fuck, bro?
No.
Be cool, bro.
Go fund us.
Be cool,
But for real,
bro.
sign up for that GoFundMe. We will see you guys soon. Love
Yes.
y'all. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Take care. And as always, cheers to the staff.
Cheers.